Today we discuss tissues, meristematic tissues, permanent tissues and other things. What is a tissue? A group of cells are called tissues. Plant body is made up of different tissues and all the tissues are broadly divided into two types. One is meristematic tissues, the other is permanent tissues. Meristematic tissues are the tissues which divide and redivide continuously and produce new cells. Divide and redivide continuously and produce new cells. Some of the cells become permanent tissues, but some cells remain as meristematic in between the permanent tissues. They are called meristems. The term meristems was coined by Carl Nagel. These meristems are divided into two types, based on origin and based on position. Based on origin, based on position. Based on origin, two types. Primary meristems formed right from the embryonic stages. Secondary meristems formed after certain growth in a plant by dedifferentiation. What is dedifferentiation? Conversion of permanent tissues into meristematic tissues. Based on position, these are three types: apical meristems, intercalary meristems, lateral meristems. Apical meristems, intercalary meristems, lateral meristems. Then primary meristems are formed right from the embryonic stages. They help in the primary growth. Secondary meristems formed after certain growth in a plant. They help in secondary growth. Secondary meristems are formed by dedifferentiation. The best examples of secondary meristems are intercalary. The best example for secondary meristems are interfascicular cambium, and core cambium. These two are the best examples of secondary meristems formed by the dedifferentiation of tissues. Then primary, based on position, apical meristems present at the root tip, stem apex and other places. Intercalary meristems present in between the permanent tissues. Apical meristems help in the apical growth of the plant. Intercalary meristems helps in the linear growth of stem and leaves. Lateral meristems like vascular cambium and core cambium helps in increasing the volume of circular plant parts like root and stem. Then comes permanent tissues. These are formed from meristematic tissues but have lost the capacity of division. These permanent tissues are three types. Simple tissues. Permanent tissues are divided into three types: simple tissues, complex tissues, special tissues. Simple tissues means same origin, same structure, same function. Majority of the plant body is occupied by simple tissues, and simple tissues are divided into three types. Parenchyma occupies major portion. Living mechanical tissue called collenchyma. A complete dead tissue called sclerenchyma. Then complex tissues are the tissues which helps in the conduction. They are in different shapes and forms but performing a same function. These are two types. One is xylem, the other is phloem. Xylem helps in the conduction of water and minerals from root to stem. Phloem helps in the conduction of food from leaves to various parts of the stem. Special tissues are different types. One is digestive glands in insectivorous plants. The other is nectary glands in some plants with floral nectaries and extrafloral nectaries. Then osmophores in orchids that secrete a fragrant smell. Then secretory cavities. Secretory cavities are the cavities formed either by the breakdown of cells or expansion of cells. Then hydrothodes, which helps in guttation. Guttation means loss of water in the form of water vapor. Then latissiferous tissues, the tissues which secrete a milky substrate called latex. These are special tissues. Now, today we discuss right from meristematic tissues, important types of meristematic tissues, right from permanent tissues, that means simple tissues, complex tissues, special tissues. Simple contains parenchyma, complete living tissue, collenchyma, living mechanical tissue, sclerenchyma, dead tissue helping in providing mechanical support. Now, some of the questions regarding these chapters starting from introduction meristem to special tissues is: first question, A primary meristem which functions in secondary growth. It is basically a primary meristem, but it helps in secondary growth. Interfascicular cambium is not a primary meristem, it is a secondary meristem because it is formed by the dedifferentiation of parenchyma cells in medullary ray. Intercalary meristem is a primary meristem, or it is the meristem which is present in between two permanent tissues, helping only in the linear growth of stem and leaves, expansion of leaf sheath, and also elongation of internodes. All lateral meristems are not primary meristems because vascular cambium is a primary lateral meristem, cork cambium is a secondary lateral meristem. Now coming to intrafascicular cambium. Every dicot stem shows open vascular bundle. Open means cambium is present in between xylem and phloem. That cambium is a primary meristem which is popularly called intrafascicular cambium or fascicular cambium, and this intrafascicular cambium is a primary meristem which helps in secondary growth. So answer is 4.